we're gonna make fabric stars. I'm Vicky from the Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm gonna show you how I take this wood star as a template and just kind of make my own little fabric stars. First of all, we're just gonna jump right into this. And you can get, you know, whatever stars you want. You don't even have to use these wood stars. Go ahead and, you know, print out from the internet. Just look up Google stars image and you can print out whatever size stars you want. That's roughly about a 2.5 inch star. I just took mine, got some fabric that I liked. Obviously, I traced it out. I used these, they're called friction pens. It's called a friction pen. I get mine at, you can get at Walmart, Target, the internet, wherever. If you apply heat to it, it does disappear. So that's the bonus part of it. So I just traced my star. We cut out my star. Now I have 2 stars because you want to do a front and a back. You can do them 2 different ones if you want. Totally up to you. Just rematch them up again. I just take some floss. This is just some white floss. You know, everybody knows, or you may or may not know, floss comes in multiple strands. Okay? It's six strands per floss. I separated out, this is 2 of the 6. So it's a thinner version of the floss. I'm just going to take my star, and you can do whatever color you want. You could do this, you don't have to, you can do this with a sewing machine if you want to do this with a sewing machine. You could also, if you don't want to use floss, you can use yarn. You could use whatever you want. We're going to tie a knot. And I'm going to leave this part because when we come back around, I'm going to use that to tie it off. And basically we're going to do just a running stitch up and back. And we're probably going to go roughly, you know, just roughly like, I don't know, like not even like 1/4 of an inch, a little less than 1/4 of an inch. You can see that. See how it's right about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. So we're not going right up against the edge. Okay, so we've gone this far and I've stopped right here. So we have this part still open. Now what we're going to do is just take some fluff. We just got some fluff. If you don't, it's fiber fill. If you don't want to, or you can't get it from the store, because you can get this at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, you can get this at Walmart. You just use an old pillow, use an old stuffed animal, you know, whatever this has fluff in it. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy the fiber fluff. You can get like an old pillow, like I said, an old stuffed animal. Make sure it's not a loved stuffed animal. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just enough to make it a little poofy. Or, you know, if you like it really poofy, you can make it even more poofy. I just, at this point, I like to kind of fill it a little bit before I finish it, but you can always add a little bit more right before you close it up too. Right, now that we're at the end, we still have that little piece that we left there, and we're just going to tie off with that so that we can tie our knot. And I like to double, sometimes triple knot it, just to make sure that it's, sometimes you can add a dab of glue to it to make sure it stays. We just come in with our scissors. And we've got a little fabric stars. And then you can dirty them up. You want to do that too. You can totally do that as well. Just add some tea bags to them, kind of dab them with some tea or light coffee or something. Just kind of give them a brown look, or you could actually take some Waverly wax and just kind of dab them as well. And watching Vicki at the Purple Penguin Craft Room, and happy crafting.